What is going on, guys? It's Jude coming to you with another comic book review. Today I'll be doing 3 indie comics. But before I get started, let you know I do comic book reviews, trailer reactions, film reactions, podcasts, commentating, any news, anything in entertainment, anything that's fun stuff. If you got any recommendations, let me know. Join my Discord, and I'm trying to build a little community there. It's a little small right now, but we're trying to build it. And let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I read these three. I got these early in the week, but I just decided to do a video a little bit later once I was done reading everything. So this week I did a book called Almighty from Image Comics. Now this was written by Edward Larachi. This is a book. It was like a motorcycle gang, like in a post-apocalyptic world or something. They had this girl, for whatever reason, she made the escape and got caught. But anyways, someone came and saved her and killed somebody, but they got away, they escaped. Now these people want to hunt them down, but she's trying to explain how she ended up in that situation. Now, for me, this book is a little bland because I really don't know what the actual plot is. I don't know what the plot is for this book. I sit there and read it. The dialogue's a little dry. It's small dialogue. There's some pretty decent art in here. Don't get me wrong. I like the visuals, the close-ups, the views and stuff like that. But it doesn't give me a good plot story to what's going on. It seems like it could be fairly interesting. This is actually one of those books that seem like it would be better as a film or a show or series than a book, because you'll just be getting more of a visual situation. But as far as storyline goes, I'm a little kind of like, I don't know what this is. So that is Almighty from Image. I may or may not try to go into issue 2 or finish the series. I don't know. We'll see how I feel when it comes out again, and maybe I'll continue, and maybe I will, because sometimes while I'm left hanging, it picks back up where I thought I was hanging when I get to issue 2. So another Image comic, standard Image, is Blood Tree. Blood Tree is written by Peter Tomasi. Now this one is interesting, but it was a little dry. Okay, it started like, okay, so the story was a little dry. It was just a whole bunch of like dry setting stuff going on. The art is not all that great. But so let me just get into what it's about though. It's a little dry, but it's a little interesting. It's like it's kind of there. A detective, you know, it's about this detective, you know, there's some body had fell from during some type of event. A body fell from up above, had angel wings attached to the body. It was murdered and killed, but there was a note left on top of the roof where they found. And now this detective and the police and everybody else is trying to figure out what's going on. And then it happens again. So it's not only once, it happened to another person. So there's somebody doing this to these people. Now, that may sound interesting because that's crazy. That's some crazy stuff. But overall, as a book, I was a little like, kind of like waiting for something to happen. But with all that being said, it does leave me hanging at the end, because I want to see what the hell's, who are they going to find? What are they going to find? What are you going to find out? So it does leave you hanging. It is dramatic, but it's a little dry at the same time. So I think I will probably continue reading this, just because I do want to see what turns out to be and why and what's the reason behind the situation. But to be honest, I'm not like going crazy like this, just can't wait, but I probably am, because it left me, it's one of those storylines where you're like, yeah, who the hell's doing this? Like, why? Like, what are you doing, man? So yeah, so Blood Tree. So it's maybe that's the way they did it. Maybe they wrote it like that on purpose, kind of give you a build up. I mean, I can't expect every book to be, you know, just woo woo wow wow, but and you know, I'm not reading comic books. I mean, superhero books. Let's get to the next one. This is another indie. It's from AWA. This is Black Tape. I read this as well. This is a 4-issue series. There's this lady. I'll just get to it. It's like a lady. She's grieving over her rock star buddy. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm jumping too far ahead, huh? Well, the writer is Dan Panosian. Again, I never heard of some of these writers, but I will give them a shout out because they wrote these books. Now, this is about a lady. She's grieving over a rock star, I guess, boyfriend or husband or fiance. I lost that part if she was actually married to the guy. But anyways, she's grieving. She's going looking at pictures, and there's a funeral coming up on him. It's a closed funeral with just the people that they invited, that they know. This guy has I guess you could say, a rock star past. I don't know, like, I would say party life, drunk life, drugs, you know, and it never, I really didn't catch, maybe I missed it, maybe I need to look over it again. I didn't catch the actual reason for his death, but he passed. But this is another book like the other two. There's this has a stronger dialogue than the others. Well, actually, the Blood Tree had a decent dialogue, but it's this one that's more of a dialogue, but it's not really keeping me excited. So, but at the end, you know, they had this gathering. Then she went to, she finds this secret room that has all this, I want to say satanic symbols and stuff like that. And it pretty much ends just like that. It doesn't really. It's another indie book that didn't pull me in. But yeah, these are 3 that I read. I have more that I read, but the others that I'm gonna be reading that I've read this week is Flawed and Category 0 Conflict by Scout Comics, and Flawed is by Image. And but I'll do a review of those. I may do another one on category Conflict. But Flawed, we're almost at the end of that whole issue series, and I'll come back to y'all with that video. But yeah, I mean, that's just the rest. So it's just these 3 books for this week, and they're issue 1s. I'm always interested in issue 1s and try to get to a new story. These, I wasn't impressed, but I'm not mad either. Like I say, I'm kind of caught in the middle. I'm a little conflicted, but I'm not impressed. So it's not one of those weeks where I'm like, oh yeah, you got this is a good read, you got to get it. No, so I'm kind of stuck. So yeah, I mean, this is what I've been doing this week, and we're gonna have some more good stuff coming. I got to start ordering my books a little earlier. That way they come a little earlier. I've been working a lot more. Well, actually been dealing with a lot more work due to my job and promotions and stuff like that. So the reviews are going to come a little later because I can only read some certain amount daily. But yeah, so if you like these, let me know. If you didn't, if you feel the same way I felt about them, that's fine too. Or if you have or felt worse, that's cool. Let me know down in the comments. If you're new, go ahead, subscribe, follow, hit the like, and all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next video.